being alive, being alive. It's me, Tytus LaRue, James Gibson Jackson. You can call me Tytus when I'm on Broadway, baby, okay? This month's question of the month is coming for February, and I, as spokesmodel with 2024's New York statewide HIV Stops With Me campaign as a model, am here to answer said question of the month. The question is, does being undetectable relinquish the responsibility to disclose your status to others? I don't know how I feel about this question. I do know how I feel about this question, but maybe I'm more so concerned about how y'all, the DOH, the Department of Health, I almost said DOE, how they might respond to it. And I'll try to make this question of the month 2 minutes or 3 minutes long. I'm already at 1 minute, so oops. Does not having any status relinquish your rights of? To me, it's weird. It's a weird question because short answer, yes. As a healthy sex activist, and some of the things that I might say might seem contradictory and might seem a little wrong to some of you. I'm also learning and discovering and realizing as well. That being said, the short answer, yes, it relinquishes. If you don't have anything to give, why do you need to say anything to anybody? If you can't give it, if I know my status as far as gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, HPV, some of those other ones, and I'm clear and there's nothing going on there, then no, I don't need to tell you that I'm undetectable and can't give you anything. And not because I'm worried that you're not gonna have sex with me, and not because I feel like, and not because I'm ashamed of it. Did they ask you? This might be real, like, no. Did they ask you? Were they concerned? Did they want to know? Like, did they go in this asking, hey, what's your status? Do you know this? You know this? That is a great question when dealing with folks and having healthy, promiscuous sex. Promiscuous is not the best of words, but just having being sex positive and having sex with whomever you want to have. If you feel like you don't know this person or you don't really know if you could trust them, I think questions should be asked, or you're going in at your own risk. Just as the same as, and that's not to put anything on top of anybody who's HIV positive, who's undetectable, who's dealing with anything. That doesn't put pressure on you. It's not just your responsibility, because asking me, because you're undetectable, does it relinquish your responsibility? Does it relinquish their responsibility not to ask? Does it relinquish their responsibility not to disclose whatever things that they're going on? Should they tell you, just so you know, if you have sex with me, I'm gonna go crazy and I'm gonna stalk you and all that, because there are things like that. So no, I would say it doesn't relinquish the responsibility, but at the same time, yes, I don't have to tell. It's not because I am, and it's not about relinquishing anything. Like, I don't like that terminology. It's not relinquishing my responsibility. It is the same as if I was to be undetectable or HIV free. No, there's not any copies of it in my body. It doesn't relinquish it. It also doesn't mean that I have to tell you, or you have to. If you don't have anything, you don't need to tell me. If I don't have anything that I can give you, I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you that I'm HIV positive, especially if you didn't ask. I don't need to tell you that I'm HIV undetectable, is what I meant to say, especially if you didn't ask. If you're HIV positive and you're not taking care of yourself, you shouldn't be having sex. But if you are, let somebody know so they can put a condom on, because you might just be so sexy and so body licious that they still want to. And so let them put a condom on. We don't want the spread of HIV. No, that's not what we want. I am not in any way saying that, yes, don't tell anybody and we don't care if you get this or get this or get that or get that. That's not what I'm saying. Be a healthy sex participant. Participate in healthy sex as best as you can. And that does mean ask questions. That does mean trust your gut. That does mean go with how you're feeling. If I were to get into a relationship, now this is where the question could have and should have possibly gone, but we can't go there, honey. Thanks for the question. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and we're starting a relationship and we're monogamous, should I tell them that oh, by the way, although we might have had sex already, this is getting serious. I wasn't sure if I was going to see you again. Now that this is getting serious, you should know that I take medicine every day to continue being undetectable, because I am HIV undetectable, which means so and so and so. I can't give you anything. This as long as I take care of myself. I always say to people, I can't give you anything you can't give me. You can't give me HIV, maybe a different strand. I don't know how that's more science, and that gets it a little deeper into it. But I can't give you chlamydia if you can't give me chlamydia. You can't give me syphilis, I can't give you syphilis. We can't give each other gonorrhea because I ain't got it. If you got it, then you can give it to me. But if you ain't got it, and those are other questions, but it seems like still in 2024, it seems like the questions and the scope, the lens is always focused on HIV. When there are, syphilis can kill you, make you go blind, honey, like quicker than HIV, and let me make sure I go back and check my things. And y'all can check me if you're like, oh no, that's wrong, and I'm sure they won't let me post this video. But yeah, let me hurry up. I'm already 17:17. Yes, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to tell somebody that I'm HIV undetectable when I can't give them anything. That's me.